Inside the AHSAA, your weekly look at Alabama prep athletics. Brought to you by Russell Athletic, Wilson, Team IP, Cadence Bank, Coca-Cola, Encore Rehabilitation, Farmers Insurance, and AL.com.
Welcome to Inside the AHSAA. I'm your host, Luke Robinson. This week we'll be taking you through everything going on in the world of Alabama high school athletics.
At the urging of former players, the Scottsboro Board of Education officially approved the naming of the new field house to be built at Pat Trammell Stadium last week in honor of former Scottsboro High School football coaches John Meadows and Larry Morris. The two will be honored prior to Friday night's homecoming game at Trammell Stadium against Brewer. School Superintendent Dr. Judy Berry said the building to be located at the north parking lot of the stadium will be named Meadows-Morris Field House. The facility will house locker rooms, a weight room, video room, coaches' offices, bathrooms, and a concession stand. It'll be used by the football team, cross-country, and track teams, and the band. Meadows coached at Scottsboro from 1959 to 1965, compiling a 55-9-5 record, including undefeated teams in 1960 and 1965. The 65 team was declared the state champs, the Wildcats' only football championship in school history. His 1961 and 63 teams each went 9-1. Meadows, who retired with a 271, 76, and 7 career coaching record, went on to have a successful tenure at Butler High School in Huntsville, then moved on to Lincoln County, Tennessee, and became a coaching legend in 2 states. He had undefeated teams at Gordo, Huntsville, and Butler, and won a state title at Lincoln County in addition to his 1965 Scottsboro championship. Morris, who retired as athletic director at Scottsboro after last school year, is a SHS grad who coached the Wildcats for 14 seasons, the longest tenure in school history. His teams were 90 and 66. He is still the school's career wins leader. He served in some coaching capacity from 1974 to 2004 and then served full-time athletic director until his retirement in 2012. He was also a longtime member of the AHSAA 8th District Board and Central Board of Control. He was Central Board Vice President when he retired last June. When Morris became head coach, the school had gone through 6 head coaches in a 10-year period and a 123 and 134 record and had only enjoyed 9 winning seasons in the previous 25 years. Morris coached 4 teams that won 10 or more games and had 2 undefeated regular seasons. His 1995 and 1996 teams each finished 11-1, went 10-3 in 1997, and in his last team, he went 10-2 in 2004. Meadows and Morris will be honored by former players and fans on Friday, October 12th in a ceremony at Collins Elementary School cafeteria at 4:30 p.m. and then recognized at Trammell Stadium later that night. Congratulations to both coaching legends.
We'll be back with more Inside the AHSAA in just a moment.
With over 40 years of combined experience, SignSource is the premier sign supplier for Central Alabama. From illuminated and monument signs for your business, to banners, car wraps, or political yard signs for the individual, SignSource can do it all. We specialize in designing sign concepts that get results. Contact us today at 256-825-0197 or on the web at signsourcenow.com. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Customer service continues to be priority number 1 for Lee Apparel. Keeping with this mission, Lee Apparel is proud to announce the unveiling of the new website, leeapparel.com. Customers now will be able to go and shop for corporate and athletic apparel, customize their own design for these products, and order all at the click of a button. Whether it be for a club at your school, the youth group of your church, or helping to promote your growing business, leeapparel.com is the fun and simple way to get the job done. Designing your own t-shirts has never been easier. Check out leeapparel.com today.
Carver High School senior Jeremy Johnson was at his best on national television Friday night as he engineered the Wolverines' 46-20 shocker over previously undefeated Auburn High School at Duck Samford Stadium. The 6'6" senior quarterback grabbed the AHSAA prep spotlight for Week 6 with 248 yards passing, 114 yards rushing, and 5 total touchdowns as Carver jumped into a tie with 4 other schools in Class 6A Region 3. Going into this week's region schedule, Auburn, Carver, Central Phoenix City, Opelika, and Smith Station are all 3-1 in region play. Coach Billy Gresham's Wolverines will be back home at Crampton Bowl to face Robert E. Lee Thursday night. Auburn is at Central and Opelika is at Smith Station on Friday as the logjam begins to shake out. Johnson, who is an early Auburn commitment, stole the spotlight in the ESPNU televised game by completing 11 of 17 passes for 2 scores and rushing for 3 TDs on 10 carries. He led the Wolverines to points on their first 4 possessions, and when he found Harvey Harris open for a 77-yard TD connection with just over 3 minutes left in the half, Carver found itself ahead 32-0. Harris also scored on a 75-yard run and finished with 203 yards rushing on 15 carries. Johnson scored on runs of 2, 47, and 37 yards, the last one closing out the scoring in the 4th period. He also threw a 44-yard touchdown pass to Draquan Murphy to open the 3rd period. Johnson was also named as one of 2 quarterbacks on the 40-player roster for the upcoming Alabama-Mississippi All-Star football game to be played at Montgomery Scranton Bowl on Saturday, December 15th. Johnson and Spain Park senior Nick Mullins will quarterback the team that is compiled of the state's top 40 seniors. Alabama won last year's game 30-12 and takes a 4-game winning streak and an 18-7 record into this year's 26th annual game against Mississippi's finest players. The complete roster can be found online at www.ahsaa.com. In a couple of other items, volleyball standout Samantha Cundiff wrote her name in the AHSAA record book last week with 15 service aces and a match win last weekend to break the record of 13 set by Moody's Megan Young in a 2008 match. In addition, St. Luke's coach Tammy Richardson edged past coaching legend Becky Dickinson, claiming her 1,274th career coaching victory. Glenda Wright, who, like Richardson, came out of retirement, is now coaching at Walker High School, is the state's leader and is now approaching 1,350 wins. She began the season with 1,330. Schools are reminded that nominations for the Alabama High School Sports Hall of Fame are due in to the AHSAA office by October 15th. Area tournament brackets are also due in by October 15th. Be sure to follow AHSAA News on Twitter at AHSAA Updates. And until next week, this is Luke Robinson for the AHSAA Radio Network.
That's going to do it for Inside the AHSAA. Thanks so much for being with us this week. Hope to see you next week on Inside the AHSAA.